Hey there! Welcome to today's Storybook Explainer. We're diving right into a super famous, absolutely classic tale today. Have you guys ever heard of The Tortoise and the Hare? Well, whether you know it by heart or it's your very first time, we're going to have a blast. So let's jump right in. Okay, before we actually start the story, I've got to ask you a giant question. Imagine a bouncy, super zoomy bunny rabbit and a very slow, creeping turtle are having a huge race. Who do you think would win? Take a second, think about it, and shout out your answer. Did you say the bunny? I mean, it makes sense, right? Bunnies are incredibly fast. Well, the real answer might totally surprise you. So let's meet our first character, the hare. Now, this guy was a very proud, incredibly fast rabbit, and honestly, he just loved to brag about it, but he wasn't always very nice to his friend, the little green tortoise. He'd put his paws on his hips, look right down his nose, and say in this really loud, snooty voice, "You move so incredibly slow. I'm the fastest animal in the whole forest, and you're just a creeping little rock." Man, that was definitely not a kind thing to say. Well, one sunny day, the sweet little tortoise just couldn't take those mean words anymore. So he stood up as tall as a turtle can possibly stand, looked the hare right in the eye, and bravely challenged him to a race. A real race. But the hare, he thought this was literally the funniest joke he'd ever heard in his life. He just laughed and laughed, pointing his finger and shouting, "You've got to be kidding me. You race me? Huh, no way." But guess what? The tortoise wasn't joking at all. He was totally serious. So they made a plan. They agreed to wake up bright and early the very next morning. The big challenge? They were going to race all the way up the dirt path and over to the completely other side of a giant hill, just to see exactly who could cross that finish line first. So, the very next morning arrives. The warm sun is peeking right over the trees, and all the forest animals gather around the starting line. The big race is officially about to start. You can just feel the excitement in the air. Actually, let's count down together. Are you ready? Let's do it really loud. 3, 2, 1, go! Dirt went flying everywhere, and the runners were finally off. Right out of the gate, the hare raced ahead so incredibly fast, he was basically just a furry blur of light. Whoosh! Literally zooming faster than the wind. But our friend the tortoise, well, he wasn't zooming at all. He was just taking tiny, super slow, creeping steps. Plop, plop, plop. Within seconds, the hare was already way, way out in front of his little green friend. Now, let's dive into exactly what happens next, because the hare is about to make a huge, incredibly silly choice. We'll call this the hare's big mistake. So, step 1, he ran super fast and got way, way out in front. Makes sense so far, right? But then comes step 2. He looks back, realizes the tortoise is nowhere to be seen, and decides to take a nap right under a tree. He's thinking, hey, I'm so fast, I've got plenty of time to catch some sleep and still win this whole thing easily. So, the hare spots this nice, big, shady tree with super soft grass underneath. He stretches out those long, furry legs, closes his eyes tight, and takes a really cozy rest. He's totally convinced he has all the time in the world. Fast asleep, probably dreaming about eating giant crunchy carrots and wearing a shiny gold medal, just completely snoozing away. But meanwhile, remember our friend the tortoise? Yeah, he never stopped. Not once. He just kept moving, super slowly but very steadily, right towards that goal. And guess what? He walked right past the sleeping bunny. He didn't make a single sound, didn't stop to take a break, just kept putting one little green foot right in front of the other. Plop, plop, plop. Sneaking right past the loudly snoring hare. Oh my goodness, you guys, he is getting so close to the finish line. I absolutely need your help right now. We've got to cheer him on. I want you to yell out loud wherever you are. Keep going, little turtle. You can do it. Come on, let me hear you. Yes, the louder we cheer, the closer he gets to winning the whole shebang. He's almost there. Keep it up. And then, suddenly, the hare wakes up. His big bunny ears twitch, his eyes pop wide open, and he realizes, oh no, I've slept way, way too long. He jumps up, starts running as fast as his rabbit legs can possibly carry him, kicking up these huge clouds of dust all down the path. But, are you ready for this? By the time the hare gets there, the little green tortoise has already crossed the bright red finish line. The tortoise actually won the race. How amazing is that? Look at how happy the tortoise is, wearing that massive, bright, shiny gold medal. He just looks so proud. And honestly, the silly hare standing right beside him, he looks pretty sad, doesn't he? Kinda humbled. The hare finally figured out his huge mistake. Turns out, just being the fastest isn't the only thing that matters in the world. Not by a long shot. So do you know exactly how the little tortoise pulled this off? He won because he was steady. Now, if you haven't heard that word before, steady basically means keeping at something without stopping, without giving up, even if it takes a really long time. The tortoise didn't quit when he was way behind, and he definitely didn't stop for a silly nap. He was just steady, and that's something to be incredibly proud of. And that, my friends, brings us to the ultimate, super special lesson of our story today. Slow and steady wins the race. I really want you to remember that one. Whenever you're doing a puzzle and it feels like it's taking forever, or maybe you feel like you aren't the absolute fastest or biggest kid on the playground, just remember this beautiful little lesson. Slow and steady wins the race. As we wrap up our storybook explainer today, I'm going to leave you with one final exciting question to think about. What is a goal that you are going to work steadily towards today? Maybe it's practicing writing your name, or finally learning how to tie your shoes. Maybe finishing a brand new book, or even just building the tallest block tower ever. Whatever it is, just remember to be exactly like our brave little tortoise. Keep going, never give up, and stay steady. Thanks so much for hanging out and learning with me today, my fantastic friends. Have an absolutely wonderful, steady day.